All right, today I'm here with the guy that I've known for a long time, a guy that likes to call in on my show, a guy that likes to win a lot of stuff from us. Interestingly enough, he is a veteran, but he was really shy when it came to doing this thing. But after I forced him to and told him that I wouldn't let him win or do anything ever again if he didn't, Mike DeMann is here with me, and you served in the Air Force, correct?
Sweet, yes. Yeah, the Girl Scout of the...
The Girl Scout?
the military. All the Air Force guys are going to be mad at me.
Yeah, but you were Air Force, so you can say whatever you want, right?
There you go.
So, what years were you in?
82 to 4 years thing, so 86.
Did the 4 years?
Yeah.
Why'd you get in?
Small town, nowhere going on. Just get out, do something. Wasn't smart enough to get a free ride on college.
You didn't want to pay for it?
Didn't want to pay for it. Yeah, I went to San Antonio for basic training. Everybody does that. Yeah, it's great. It's Texas. And then went from there to Biloxi, Mississippi, and never left.
And stayed in Biloxi.
Stayed there the whole time. Had orders to go to. I was working on a long-range radar, and they have a school there, and they call it ATC base. They always call those American Toy Company because they really don't do nothing. So
the American Toy Company.
And then they sent me orders to go to Germany, and it was great. And I was going to go and had to do some extra schooling. And before I could get done with the schooling, they closed the base to what I was doing. So I got hot for orders, and I was going to go to Rockville, Iceland. And I decided that, I have to re-up to do this. I don't think I want to re-up to go to Rockville, Iceland.
Wow. Can you imagine, though?
Yeah.
Iceland's not, remember, you got to keep in mind, though, Iceland's the one that's actually green, and Greenland's the one that's actually ice. I had to remember that. I'm awful at geography. I'm good at a lot of things, but geography is not one of them.
And if I'd known what I know now, it's a great place to take a dirt bike and ride on this volcanic sand, and I would have loved to have done it, but when they say you're going
to Iceland,
it's a remote, and then you're going to be feeding seagulls and fishing, and that's it. There's nothing else to do.
So you're like, I'm out.
Yeah.
So let's go backwards real quick. San Antonio. I always talk about my feelings on Texas, with the exception of two places, Austin and San Antonio. I think Austin and San Antonio are amazing. The other part of Texas, but how was it? Was it the Riverwalk like it was, like it is now? Was it a little bit different? I
haven't seen it now, so I don't know. We didn't see much of Texas at all. I just remember some jackrabbits and hot. We went in July. So.
Basic in July in San Antonio.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, it was great.
No. I'm surprised you guys wore any clothes at all.
Well, yeah, and actually, I was in better shape when I went in because they made you eat 3 times a day.
Yeah.
And drink water and I was in like a lot better shape being an old farm kid, working out all the time.
Yeah.
And then I didn't usually eat that much, so that's when
you kind of got it.
I got fattened up
because they made you eat.
Oh yeah,
that's cool. But going in as a farm kid, you kind of had the one up on everybody else about how it was to work out in that heat day in day out.
Sweet.
That's cool. So how was Biloxi?
Well, it was before all the casinos.
Okay, that's what I have. That's the Biloxi I have in mind. Is the one that I've seen.
And it was a lot nicer back in the day.
Before the casinos?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Why?
Because I don't like casinos.
Less touristy, I guess.
It was still a little tour. Yeah, there was a lot of everybody from the Midwest will go down there to vacation.
Yeah, Gulf Shores, all that stuff. Yep.
It's not as good as like Florida, but it's the Gulf Coast.
Yeah. What about you ever see that movie Biloxi Blues? Is that what it is? Matthew Broderick?
Yeah. It wasn't like that.
It wasn't like that. Well, that was World War II. I think that's the movie. That's cool. So obviously you worked for the long distance radar as an engineer.
No, I wasn't an engineer.
You were an engineer?
I was just a
tech guy or what?
Tech guy.
Really?
Yeah.
How to fix things. That's that's an engineer.
Well,
in a sense, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
You don't have to be able to code to be an engineer. If you fix things, in my opinion, if it's has anything technology-wise, you're an engineer.
Yeah, we had to go to one school and everybody made a big deal about it. High reliability soldering class. Oh, you can work on the space shuttle now. Really? They're going to let somebody like this work on the space shuttle.
But you have the technical skills to be able to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's cool, though. I don't have that skill.
Yeah. Okay.
So you could build... That's really cool. So, did you test into that? Did you just choose it? How did that work?
Yeah, you know, the AFES test, you test, and I was actually better in mechanics, but electronics was more interesting than getting greasy every day and working on stuff. So.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
So now, you got out, and then what'd you start doing?
Went to a little college class and learned a little bit more of electronics. And then now I work on traffic lights.
Yeah, for MoDOT.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
So you're the guy. So if you're listening and you go up to... No, it's not his fault. But he's the one that you should thank because you're the one that fixes it. Day in, day out.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you get called 3 in the morning, the lights
out,
you
gotta
go.
I got to go. Yeah. Storms.
Cool.
No matter. Yeah.
You got a couple days coming up that might be a little hairy.
Yeah, well, I'm getting off call duty here pretty soon.
You are?
So yeah,
Nice.
somebody else's problem.
Are you on call tomorrow through Friday?
No, the mighty Steve Austin.
Oh, good.
He's
Stone Cold.
Stone Cold's gonna be on.
Yeah, we're supposed to get like 5 inches of rain in 2 days.
Hopefully he gets all the calls.
Golly. We have to do the same thing with severe weather because we have the ability to have coverage from other places come over, but they, like in the TV world, even if it's a thunderstorm, sometimes they'll go wall to wall with that, which
you do sometimes.
But ours are way more serious. If it's really, really serious, then we'll do it. So someone's got to be there to man it. Obviously, after about 9 or 10 o'clock at night, there isn't anybody around. So we all have to take turns being on call. And I was on call when the Joplin tornado hit. I had to do weather coverage. One time I forgot about it, and I was camping at Busick, and I got a call saying, hey, you need to come in and be in here in 30 minutes. And I had to go 90 down 65 to get to the station.
Great.
I had a lot of close calls before I got fired, and then I just somehow got in, speaking of radars, under the radar. So did you work on, built the equipment, fixed the equipment, all that?
I would have been. There would have been 2 fields I could have gone into. I'd been deployed with a mobile unit or at a fixed base, and in the fixed base, you would be just working on the equipment when you had like a redundant system where you had like one side went down and you'd work on it, and it was like in Germany and Iceland and Philippines and just certain places. Mm-hmm. Now. The AWACS is a big radar unit on a plane, and it replaced what I did. So they started doing that in satellite.
So you kind of got phased out.
Yeah, I got phased out.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, it's not cool, but
worked on antiques.
Yeah, but that's kind of cool though, because I mean, I took a guy out. God, it must have been last year. And he kind of was in the same. He was kind of in the same boat. He did a lot of mechanical stuff, and I believe he was doing radar stuff too. I don't know if it was with the Air Force, but what I remember about him was that he was real big into ham radio stuff, and was talking about how he's about ready to go get his ham radio license and all that stuff, which is really cool if you think about it, because all these things in our hands, these cell phones. I mean, any kind of like electronic pulse that just wipes out everything. Satellites go down, all that stuff. There's only going to be one way to communicate long distance, and that's ham radio. One
big sunspot away from caveman.
Yeah, I know. And because everything is slowly going there to where we don't have any copies of anything.
And it seems like there's not a lot of people learning how to fix the electronics anymore. You got a lot of IT guys, but you don't have like the discrete
analog engineers that can do that stuff. We have a guy that works for us, but he's out of Madison, Wisconsin. And when we first, we've got all new digital boards, but before that, it was the analog boards. And I remember he wanted to wire some new button or do some new feature on it, and he pulled the thing up, right? And it's all analog, right?
It's like spaghetti over wires.
It's just crazy. And, circuits and capacitors and all this stuff, whatever. And he had drawn up off of his head the schematic for what he was going to add without even looking at the board. He just knew what he needed to do, drew it up on a grid sheet, and then put it in there.
Yeah.
And I was like, that is a lost art. Yeah. That is something that one day we're going to need to learn how to do again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so you're right. I mean, you might be a wealthy man in the coming apocalypse.
No, I'm going to retire and go to an island. Just
You should have went to Iceland and stayed there.
Never wear any clothes.
Should have went to the island, Iceland, and stayed there. Well, thank you for your service. Thank you for coming to lunch with me today. And yeah, it's awesome stuff, man.
Well, appreciate it.